Today we've got eggs.
And some cooking. All systems go. Starts right now. Hello and welcome back to All Systems Go, the only show that won't scramble your brain.
Let's hope this episode goes over easy. I'm Swingin' Sammy.
And I'm Jubilant Jenica. Let's get right into it. Space felt a little bit too peaceful lately. Almost like these stars could use a bit more wars. Worry not, because on March 14th, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, and PC via Steam. This will be a bundle of the two original games, along with new characters such as Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress, as well as new maps like Jabba's Palace. The Hero Assault mode has also been updated to allow players to play characters like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and in new places, such as on the Death Star and Naboo. I hope you scruffy nerf herders are ready to relive Star Wars once again.
Arise now, ye tarnished. Today, February 21st, Bandai Namco released the trailer for the upcoming Elden Ring DLC entitled Shadow of the Erdtree. This announcement also came with a release date for the DLC, currently set for June 21st of this year. Miyazaki, the game's creator, says that the game is adding a whole new land with large, medium, and small dungeons, as well as 10 new bosses, new enemy types, and new weapons, armor, and other equipment. Shadow of the Erdtree is currently up for sale right now for $39.99 on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's not just a crisis on this Earth anymore. It's on all of them. Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2 will be available to watch on April 23rd of this year. For those not in the know, Crisis on Infinite Earths is a 3-part animated crossover film by Warner Bros. Animation, DC, and Warner Bros. Home Entertainment. The trilogy concludes the Tomorrowverse story that began with 2020's Superman Man of Tomorrow and is based off the classic DC Comics limited series Crisis on Infinite Earths by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. Jensen Ackles and Darren Criss will be reprising their roles as Batman and Superman respectively, and as an extra special treat, Part 3 will feature the vocal talents of the late, great Kevin Conroy as the Dark Knight from Batman the Animated Series.
Disney, the lords of monopoly themselves, have just signed a deal with Sony that will have Sony take over their physical media business. With this new deal, Sony will market, sell, and distribute all of Disney's new DVDs, Blu-ray releases. With this also comes the end of Disney Movie Club, with the last day to order being May 20th, 2024. This deal should help out physical media collectors, as it should prevent the elimination of Disney's physical media due to its streaming service Disney+. As a physical media enthusiast myself, I'm very happy about the decision and can't wait to be able to purchase more physical DVDs.
Were you a really big fan of Black Butler in your past? Or did you have a good time in middle school? Based on the fact that I'm here hosting Kent's resident nerd show, I think you can make your own assumptions as to where I fall on that scale. But in a surprising turn of fate, Black Butler is coming back. That's right, after 6 years, the Black Butler anime is getting revived on screen, this time via animation studio Cloverworks. Both main characters, Ciel and Sebastian's original voice actors, are coming back for this new series, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to see what this series has in store. Stay tuned for the premiere in April, and in the meantime, try not to regress into your middle school self.
Rejoice, Nintendo fans! Today we have a new Nintendo Direct. With that comes a bunch of new games coming to the Nintendo Switch. Firstly, Grounded, the sandbox game by Obsidian Games, is coming to the Switch on April 16th. Monster Hunter Stories is coming on an unannounced date. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is coming on June 25th. Suika Game is getting a multiplayer DLC. Endless Ocean Luminous, the deep-sea diving game, is coming May 2nd. South Park Snow Day is coming on a date that is yet to be determined. Last but certainly not least, Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed is coming out sometime this year. Make sure to check out the full list to see if your favorite games are on the soon-to-be-released list. After the break, we get cooking.
And Eric talks once again about slash fic. Stay tuned to watch Sammy Wyatt and I try not to burn down another kitchen.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, this is...
We hope we're not gonna. We hope this video doesn't get overcooked. I'm Chef Jenica.
Funny. That's so funny.
I am similar Sammy.
I am wet.
Hey, what?
I'm wet.
I thought we were all chefs.
We are
I'm
all
sorry. I'm
chefs.
Chef Wet. I'm Chef Wet. I'm
You're
Chef
Chef
Wet.
Wet. You're Chef Similar Sammy, and I'm Chef Jenica. And we definitely didn't already play the game before we did the intro.
No, we did the intro.
Hey, did we ever introduce ourselves
No.
and do an
No, we
intro?
didn't. Did we ever do an intro? Hey, Coleman. Okay,
Hey.
no, ready?
Wait,
We'll
put this at the beginning.
Hi, I'm Coleman. I'm the one editing this, and you guys have one job. Okay, that's all I have to say. Back to the video.
We're so excited to play this game.
We're so
Real.
excited.
So
Nothing
excited
bad
to
could
play this
ever
game.
happen during this playthrough.
You guys lost so much lore in the video that didn't make it.
I
Gosh,
can't
there's so
believe
much
that
lore.
it corrupted.
Okay,
Oh.
give me some flour. Oh, we have a guillotine for the fruit? That's
Yes,
sick.
we do. I wish I had a guillotine in my kitchen for fruit. Okay,
Oh
I'm gonna
God,
toss these into the
please.
mixers. No, I accidentally
Oh,
put more.
no.
That one's wasted. That one's
No.
wasted.
Can't believe this.
I have
cannot
to.
believe
This is the only way I can get it.
No.
I'm throwing that one in there.
Watch out.
Ooh, nice catch.
Thanks.
Put
You
that in
saved
the
that.
oven.
Put this in the oven.
Guys, we promise we did good earlier. Can I sell a
You
fire
did so good
extinguisher?
earlier.
You
Alright,
It really put 2 people on the side that does not need 2 people.
Well, if only there was a 4th person for this.
Yeah.
Maybe we had a cam
Oh,
here.
well, this video doesn't have a Cam call-out post yet, so Cam,
Yeah, Cam, what are you
Cam?
doing?
it's your fault that we don't have 3
Cam,
stars.
it's your fault. Hey, Cam, do you know what I have to say to you about that?
We're disappointed.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll say it too.
Actually, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. Okay, guys, we have
No,
to
I'm
do
just
the one that we
bad.
were
I'm
really
so
good at.
Cam.
We're doing Salty Circus because that was the one we were really good at. Hopefully, we get Salty Circus. Please. Salty Circus!
Salty Circus!
Oh
You'd
wait,
be
it's
really good.
different
Oh,
now.
I don't like
No,
this
I think we
one.
can do this one. I think we can do it. I like
I'm
it.
scared, guys. I'm scared.
This is different from the other Salty Circus, though. You need to send me the hot dogs to boil.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm a little.
Okay, I get
I'm
it.
a
I get
little
it. I
bit
get it.
funny. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Comes the
please,
fire now,
dog.
Sammy. This dog needs to be served. Both of these dogs need serving.
Sammy, you gotta let these dogs go.
Let
You
the
gotta let 'em
dogs
go.
go!
You let 'em
Sammy,
run.
You gotta let
You
them
let
go.
them run. They ran. Now you gotta let them
Please,
go.
you gotta let them go now.
Gotta let them go.
Please, Sammy. Let me get you some more dogs, son. All right, Sammy.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Okay, I'm done.
Wyatt, lovely character work.
Thank you.
Okay, what are we? Oh, we're doing pizza again.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
we're outside when it's
Wave
raining?
one.
Food's gonna be ruined.
Hey, what does that mean?
What is this?
Are we gonna get attacked?
There's 2 orders.
Oh,
Yeah, we're being
gosh,
attacked.
guys.
We need to feed them. We need to feed them right now.
Okay. Oh,
They need
oh
to
no,
be
it's
fed.
the unbread.
They're
It's
angry.
the unbread.
They're angry.
Yeah, no shot, man.
Do it.
Why
we can do
is
it.
everything
Just
on
get
that
some
one
cheese,
side
cheese,
that
cheese,
we're not
cheese,
on?
cheese,
Oh gosh,
cheese.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I need pepperonis thrown.
Oh, give me a sec. Oh, satiate these terrible beasts.
They're inside pretty much.
Yeah, there's a
Pepperoni,
quick
pepperoni,
pizza.
pepperoni,
Oh,
pepperoni,
God.
pepperoni.
Are we quitters?
Are we quitters?
I mean, well, it wasn't an issue until you brought it up like this. That side's on fire.
The fire extinguisher is on fire.
So,
I think we should quit.
I
I think
you
we're.
guys coming from out of town, or
I think we should quit. Guys, the fire
you fly
extinguisher.
in from
Oh
the
God.
east?
Okay, never mind.
They're still
He works at I think it's a water treatment plant. Yeah, he's a chemical engineer.
This is a really good one, guys. This was a really good one. Enemies defeated 0.
So
so
I
sorry.
think we did our best defending the castle.
Oh. And now we're gonna do the outro. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I hope
Thank
you
you for
enjoyed us
watching.
playing Overcooked. Behind Chef.
Behind.
God.
Behind.
Behind.
It was
Chef,
good.
behind.
Okay, I'm ending the video now.
That was pretty good.
Up next, Eric is once again telling us about Superman/Batman.
The Dark Knight and the Man of Steel are the world's finest superheroes in the DC universe. What happens when you get them together? Well, you get the 2003 Superman/Batman book. But truthfully, I don't have much to say about this arc. Besides, read it yourself. This is Superman and Batman at their peak. Something I should note is that the first 2 arcs got full movie adaptations, but this next arc is mostly comics. With a hard sort of. It sorta got an adaptation, but like, in a very roundabout way that might just be coincidental. This next arc is called Absolute Power, and it features a trio of villains from the 31st century who kidnap Batman and Superman from their origin stories and raise them, as Green Arrow put it, into the Hitler twins. If I had a nickel for how many times an evil Superman killed Green Arrow, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's weird it happened twice. Truthfully, there isn't much to this arc. It's mostly time travel shenanigans and a lot of alternate universe stuff, which is fun, but not much substance to it. Doesn't help that a lot of its events are forgotten by both the characters, except for Darkseid, because Darkseid never forgets. It's mostly set up to the arc right after it, but it's still pretty neat all the same. But I felt the need to talk about it because the 2 big elements of this plot, Superman becoming a dictator and Batman stopping his own origin story, get adapted in very roundabout ways later on. Superman is obviously in stuff like Injustice or the Justice Lords plot of the Justice League cartoon, but the Batman part is interesting because Barry Allen basically stole the entire bit for Flashpoint, which is a story that features Flash going back in time and stopping his own origin story. And it's probably the most famous Flash story now, for better and for worse. So I personally, if I wrote Absolute Power and found out Flashpoint dropped not too long after, I'd be hot. Very extremely upset actually. But honestly, that's besides the point. I think this arc is pretty cool, but it is a big what if, so outside of some consequences later on, it really isn't much. Although for a what if about what would happen if Superman was raised into Hitler, it is kind of weird that like Supergirl just isn't in it at all, despite the fact by all means she should still be here. That would have been a perfect layup of, oh yeah, that's the same and she's the main character of this arc, but I guess not. I don't know, I guess they just weren't feeling her that time. But before I get to our final story, we have issue 19, which is another Supergirl adventure, only this time it's not ass, but I'm going to skip it. Not because it's bad, it's pretty one note and kind of just goes over what her first arc is, but it's still worth a read all the same. I still like it. It's just not really worth going over for this video. And for our final arc, we have Back with a Vengeance. Here we see Superman and Batman first attacked by a kryptonite man who is revealed to be a possessed Captain Atom, and then they are attacked by a group of superheroes from another world called the Maximums. All of this is happening, Bizarro has not teamed up with his worst friend, Bat Zorro, a perfect copy of Batman who kills couples leaving the movie so he cannot solve the death of the Waynes. This arc is very similar to Public Enemies, where I don't have much to say about it, but that's just because it's really good. The art is just as amazing as before, and it definitely feels like a strong send-off to Jeff Loeb's tenure as main writer, because after this he leaves and it's all downhill from here. And there's so much fan service here, it's not even funny. Stuff like the Maximums being just off-brand versions of Marvel characters going toe-to-toe with Batman and Superman, Bizarro recruiting a bunch of different versions of Supergirl up to this point to free Superman from the Source Wall, all of the Batman and Superman through DC history being brought together for the final battle in a circus of death. Man, it's solid. It also brings back Batmite, and I'm always happy to see more Batmite. Although I might be biased because this arc is a stealth sequel to Emperor Joker, which is great and functionally just a prototype to this series, so you should go read that too. My only issue with the arc is that when Superman and Batman do get their backup, there's basically no Batman representation. None of his partners or sidekicks making an appearance. And while it is cool seeing the Batman and the Superman of the multiverse brought together for this, I think I would have preferred if they just stuck to the counterparts they had introduced, like Beyond and Red Sun Superman. Even the gender-bent heroes Batman goes to for help, they don't really do much in the endgame. They just get him a ticket to the Circus of Death. The story also misses an opportunity to clean up some plot elements from Emperor Joker that never really got finished up, but that's more of a problem with Emperor Joker and less this storyline. This one also has some storyline stuff that never gets cleaned up, but That'll be dealt with later. Despite the fact that Batman and Superman do fight Avengers knockoffs, it is disappointing that they don't make any mention of JLA/Avengers in this, which is canon and both characters do remember the events of. This is still really good though. Despite any of those gripes, those are more like what could have been than actual issues with the arc. Although I did lie a little bit. The real final issue that Loeb worked on was issue 26, but I won't be covering that because the main story has super heavy spoilers for the Teen Titans run at the time, and the backup story contains some pretty serious material and topics I don't feel comfortable covering on a video like this. I still suggest reading them all the same, just be prepared for some heavy stuff. Next time I do something like this, I'm going to try and cover the 2013 World's Finest run, or the current World's Finest run, which is really good, unlike the New 52 one, which is, I remember being alright. Has the Batman and laugh in it, so how bad can it be?
Have you ever looked at your favorite video game and said, wow, I wish I could see this as a film? Well, our cast apparently has, and I'll tell you about it after the break.
We have been seeing a big glow up in video game movies over the past few years. Some better than others, but hey, they're all special in one way or another. So today, we're going to go over our thoughts on this direction that the industry's been taking with those and talk about some adaptations we want to see go into fruition. So I think we'll just kind of like go down the line and like try to get some thoughts circulating here. So I kind of want to talk about like what our thoughts have been on the recent adaptations we've been getting over the past few years. So anybody want to start us off?
I'll start us off.
Okay, Phoenix.
See,
Get it going.
I liked the first Sonic. I thought it was kind of nice. I thought it was dope, and then they made it better. So then I'm like, oh, Sonic 3, it's coming out this year. That's going to be awesome. What do you guys think?
I
Wholeheartedly agree.
I think that there is a lot of ways that you can take an adaptation, especially with games. And I think it's more difficult with something like Sonic because you create like for a long time Sonic's like characterization was being a 90s icon, and then how do you do that in 2023 but you still capture that? And I think sometimes depending on the material it's more difficult. I think The Last of Us does that really well. I think The Last of Us still like The Last of Us keeps its focus on the themes of survival and endurance, and the show really clearly has a really good understanding of it.
It's really cool that like for some scenes in The Last of Us, I've seen people do this, like where you put like the actual scene from the video game side by side with the scene from the show, and it's word for word mannerisms. Like, it's nice that they actually are taking the source material and actually staying true to it, and actually remaking some of the best scenes from the game, and not just doing their own spin on things like Hollywood tends to do.
See, I think that's the beauty of adaptations of things like Mario and Sonic, because those games, like the story in those games is a bit like especially the earlier ones, like the earlier platformers are like pretty minimal, so it gives a lot of creative freedom, which definitely is not always a good thing when making adaptations, but I think that having the freedom is, you know, probably like it makes things interesting, I would say.
Honestly, yeah, it definitely does. It helps too that the industry is able to like, that we've been seeing a lot more, because when people think video game movies, they often just automatically portray it as live action, because yeah, we have been seeing live action. But I do also like that lately we've been seeing a lot in the animation scope as well. Like Detective Pikachu and Sonic were like hybrid and stuff like that, but as we mentioned Mario earlier, Mario was entirely animated, and I think that because of that, it was able to truly encapsulate the personality and everything of that movie more. And you have some other movies like Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, that were also like video game animated scopes. And I think the industry being able to do both is nice to be experimental.
It's also cool that they do shows too, like the Persona 5 anime. They did it really well. It's so like you can do movies or TV shows of it fairly decently well.
I think that the industry's really like transitioning, maybe? I think we're seeing more people who have grown up with these series come into positions where they can create series from that. And you get more things that stay true to the themes of those games because these are people that have grown up with them and really care about them compared to when they make, like, the Mario movie back in however long
1993.
Oh, the live action one.
And it's not like anybody who was working on that, like, grew up, or cared about Mario or really defined him as anything more than the video game fad.
These adaptations actually they have like heart and soul. They actually care about these adaptations now, which is nice to see.
Yeah, especially in the video game kind of realm.
Yeah.
Like thank goodness too we're finally getting their appreciation and recognition they deserved. But yeah, so now that we have kind of seen what has been rightfully done in a good way, let's kind of try to look towards a future hope here. I want to ask you guys, what are some like games that you want to see have adaptations as like TV shows or movies now that we can see that they can be like, you know, faithfully done and stuff like that? Anything particular?
I mean, I'll go first. As much as I loved the experience I had watching the FNAF movie, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it was, I wouldn't say it was like a great horror movie.
It was something.
Like, there were jump scares, but like the only thing that really like made me jump was like when he opens the locker and there's Balloon Boy. Like, it didn't really hit me as like a,
ooh, he's
like
gonna
I want
steal
like
your batteries.
Yeah, I wanted like a like
That's pretty scary.
I want to see more like horror games get turned into like an actual like, you know, like gritty, scary horror movie. And I think a good like idea for that might be Outlast, because I really enjoyed playing Outlast. Like, the story of Outlast was really interesting, and I think that a movie of Outlast could be done, like if you take the story of Outlast and then the first DLC, Whistleblower, and then you follow like alternating between the perspectives of the two main characters, and it'd be really interesting to see how you could like show that the two characters, like, you realize it's when you play through Whistleblower that the two of them, their paths almost crossed a lot more than you might initially realize. And I think that Outlast is just like, it's a really critically acclaimed like game, and I think it would make a good like real horror movie.
What do you think, Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix, what about you?
I'm really into the Sonic movies. I'm like into Nintendo stuff. I always pictured, I'm sure we all pictured this, like a Smash Bros movie where everyone from Smash Bros is just like, but like it would obviously have to start off with Mario. You know, I see him.
Like
he
a
runs
cinematic
into
universe kind of.
Yeah. I hope they build that. But you know, that's just like.
I mean, we are getting the Zelda movie, so.
Really?
Are we?
I heard a lot of leaks.
That's been confirmed by Shigeru Miyamoto himself, actually.
Okay. Leaks can only go so far.
Yeah.
But if it's been confirmed by Miyamoto.
Oh.
He
I
said-
think he came out and he said, "I'm working on a Zelda movie. This is an announcement," and stopped. And that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sounds
Go off, I guess.
Theoretically, you could spawn anything from like a Smash Brothers kind of movie and stuff like that. But yeah, so we talked video game movie adaptations. Let's switch over to a manga movie adaptation. Stay tuned to hear Brody talk about the 2008 live-action Speed Racer film.
The year is 2006. The Wachowskis are brought on to take charge of bringing anime icon Speed Racer to life after years of sitting in development hell at Warner Brothers. Production was set to begin in 2007, with a release date set for summer 2008. With the help of Matrix visual effects designer John Gaeta in their corner, the Wachowskis set off to bring their avant-garde vision for Speed Racer to life. Flash forward to June 2007. Principal photography begins, wrapping on August 25th of the same year. After months of editing and post-production, the movie finally released in May of 2008, having been screened at the Nakia Theater weeks before on April 26th, with a Japanese release happening on July 5th. The film had a $120 million budget. However, it ended its theatrical run with $93.9 million worldwide, just over 78% of the film's budget. Critically, it was a box office bomb. In time, though, it grew somewhat of a following, attaining cult status in the year since releasing, while making over $6 million in home media sales within the first week of release, over $14 million by 2013, selling over 900,000 copies and 23 million as of 2018. With all that out of the way, let's get into the actual movie. Our main protagonist is, well, Speed Racer, played by Emil Hirsch. Speed has a passion for racing, given that his parents, Pops and Mom Racer, played by John Goodman and Susan Sarandon, run Racer Motors, the family motor company. His love for the race is reinforced by his older brother Rex, who mentors Speed until his untimely passing during the Casa Cristo 5000. Rounding out Speed's supporting cast is Christina Ricci as Trixie, Speed's girlfriend, Polly Litt as Spritle, Speed's kid brother, Chim Chim, Sprite's sidekick, is played by chimpanzees Kenzie and Willie, and then Sparky, Speed's best friend, played by Kik Gurry. Speed is approached by E.P. Arnold Royalton, CEO of Royalton Industries, who wants him to race for Royalton Industries with the promise of a luxury lifestyle. Speed, following his father's distrust of power-hungry corporations, declines. Angry Boy Royalton then brags about his involvement in fixing key races, as many power-hungry orgs have done before him. Speed finds himself in a tight spot when Royalton's racers attack him and total the Mach 6, as Royalton sues Racer Motors for IP infringement. Enter Inspector Detector, who offers Speed and the Racer family the chance to get back at Royalton. With Tejo Togakan and the mysterious Racer X, Speed enters the Casa Cristo 5000, getting the Mach 5 upgraded as he sneaks off from his family to race. Eventually, Pops and the family do find out, and Pops is rightfully pissed. Tejo betrays the team, revealing he was only trying to increase his family's business value to profit from Royalton buying it out. Speed decides to let off some steam and is confronted by Racer X at the track. He's convinced that his brother Rex faked his death and adopted the identity of Racer X, only to be disappointed when he unmasks and looks nothing like his older brother. Speed goes home and prepares to leave, but gets a pep talk from Pops, who's told about the race-fixing conspiracy. Tejo's sister Haruka rolls up, giving Speed the rejected Grand Prix invitation meant for her brother, and the Racer family rebuilds the Mach 6 in 32 hours. Time for the big race. Speed has to fend off every driver headhunting him per the $1 million bounty Royalton put on him. Speed gets spearhooked, but exposes Royalton's cheating to everyone thanks to the Mach 6's jump jacks. We see Racer X watching Speed, revealing through a flashback that he is indeed Rex, having faked his death and got plastic surgery. The family celebrates Speed's victory and Royalton goes to jail. Happy endings all around. To keep it simple, I love this movie. One thing I really loved was how the Wachowskis opted to embrace the sillier nature of the source material with bright flashy colors, goofy transitions between scenes, and the general design aesthetic of the world these characters inhabit. The casting was also really on point, especially having both Matthew Fox and Scott Porter portray Rex in both the present and in flashbacks, selling you on the fact that they're playing one character despite looking nothing alike. I also appreciate the inclusion of Peter Fernandez and Corinne Orr, the dubbing artists from the old Speed Racer anime, in cameos as race announcers. While we do harp on modern movies for over-reliance on digital effects and green screens, this movie benefits from how green screen and CG heavy it is. Credit to the previously mentioned John Gaeta for masterfully creating this world and making it as over-the-top and as vibrant as possible under the exceptional directional prowess of the Wachowskis. Speed Racer is a one-of-a-kind project, and I hope in an age of late arrival sequels and surprise remakes, we see a return of Speed and the Mach 5 to the big screen one of these days. I highly recommend you guys give this movie a watch. It's currently available on both digital and physical formats. Take care, everyone.
Clowns, eggs, and more after the break! Hey, you all know how clown copyright works, right? What do you mean you don't? Everyone knows how clown copyright works. Fine. Welcome to the Clown Egg Registry. In order to copyright your clown face, it must be painted onto an egg and submitted to the registry. So we decided to add a few familiar faces to the list. Let's see if our cast can give a bit of a guess as to who they are. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Potentially.
More than we'll ever be.
Alrighty. Well, listen, we'll start you off with an easy one.
Okay.
We're gonna solve. Solve for x.
It looks like an egg. Wait a minute.
Oh, this thing is not on.
Oh.
Yeah, you should turn it on if it is. You can just raise your hand if you want.
There we go.
Yeah, what's up, Sammy?
Sands? Just heard Jenny yell Sands.
Lovely.
It is a clown.
What?
It is one of the clowns in the world of clowns.
Can we see the egg again?
Yeah.
I thought they were characters.
Well, he's a character, but he's a clown. He's a clown of a character.
Shoot.
Think of your corporations. Yeah.
The Jack in the Box clown.
It's Jack, the Jack in the Box clown from Jack in the Box. Congratulations, Sammy. You've earned a point.
All right.
God,
A
God
single
gave
clown
me
egg.
that wisdom.
A clown point for you.
Clown point.
What do you mean God gave you that
God gave me the wisdom.
That's okay, that's okay. This one will hopefully be a bit easier for you guys. Are you ready?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh.
It's Pomni.
It is, in fact, Pomni. Can you guess from where?
Oh, the Amazing Digital Circus?
2 points for you.
Oh,
Beautiful
these are like
job.
actual. Oh,
Yeah,
these are like
these
actual
are
clown characters.
Yeah, these
These
are
are
characters
clowns.
who are clowns.
These are clown characters
Oh,
who are
okay, that
clown
makes way
eggs.
more sense.
No, I thought it was
I thought it was just gonna be a
characters
random-
as clowns.
That's what I was thinking.
That's yeah.
Oh, my beautiful friends, my beautiful friends.
I got this. We got this now.
Alrighty.
We're doing great.
Shall we send in the next clown?
Yes.
Mayhap.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's?
One of you should know this one.
Was it Pennywise?
No. Yeah.
Ronald McDonald.
I just not even
You said
close.
one of us.
One of it. Sammy should know this one.
I should know this.
Sammy should know this. Wyatt knows it.
Wyatt is dying like behind
Come on,
the scenes.
Sammy, think of things that we both enjoy. The two of us together.
This is. Oh.
Wyatt, calm
It's,
down.
is it Death 13 from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
It is, in fact, Death 13 from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh my god, I forgot Death 13 has a
never
clown
seen JoJo.
aesthetic.
He's a little clown guy.
Yeah, I just remember
That was one of my best painted ones
Death
and everything.
Those two episodes are actually some of my least favorite part 3.
Why is that?
valid.
It's like a very weird episode.
But they're
It's just
fun.
Kakyoin yelling about a
Dream
baby.
logic,
Yeah,
Sammy.
true.
Those
It's
are two of my
Kakyoin.
favorite episodes.
It's one of your favorites?
They're fun. They're dream logic.
Oh.
Next clown. Yes.
Harley Quinn,
From.
DC Comics. Specifically, that looks to be the Batman the Animated Series iteration.
Congratulations. The 2 points for you.
Okay.
I'm building my army. Building my clown army. This one. I'm sorry in advance about the paint job. Listen, mad respect to clown egg painters. This is tough work.
Oh,
Yes.
Pennywise, the clown from
that
It.
is correct. That is correct. Pennywise, the witch clown in particular. Do you remember?
What?
the dancing clown.
Yeah, half a point for you and 2 points for Sammy.
Wait, half a point?
Half
Yeah.
a point.
You got half
Ouch.
of it right. It was just half of this
Okay.
one.
We're crushing it, Brody.
We'll save
disheartening.
this one.
6.5.
We'll save that one because I don't know how well you'll do
Okay.
with this one. This one, however, this one is a wolf.
Wait, okay.
There we go.
You get okay.
There we
show
go.
Show us again. It was hard to see because of the
That's
lighting
okay. That's
conditions.
okay. But this one's for Seth. I miss you, Seth. I
Oh!
love you.
Buggy from One Piece.
It is Bugsy from One Piece.
As soon as you said Seth, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
That's because
We're the
I'm
best
good
at
at
this,
giving
Colin.
hints.
We are the
We're
most.
truly
Today,
we're so good.
the winner of this last clown egg, Violent J, from Insane Clown Posse, goes to Sammy. Congratulations.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have
You
for
just
this week's
smacked
episode
me.
of ASG. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. We're actually uploading episodes to YouTube now. Don't forget to tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. All systems go. Signing off.
I got hit.